right, I gotta make sure this internet is working right. All right. Are we good on it? Are we good on it? YouTube? I gotta make sure this. I don't know if this thing is right. It's look kind of foggy up on this camp. So let's see if I can clean my glass off. Are we good? What up? What up? What up? What up? Come on, y'all. Don't forget, as soon as you jump on the feed, hit the like button, hit the share button. Hit the like button, share button. What up? Where's everybody tuning in from? Come on, come on, come on. Let's get the likes. Let's get these likes up. Come on, please. Come to YouTube before 1492. Before 1492. I ain't going to start yet because you know how colored folks are, the black folks are, whatever they want to call themselves today or tomorrow. We like to come on stuff late. So let's go. Let's get this thing fizz hopping. Where y'all tuning in from? Y'all listen, where y'all tuning in from on Instagram? Come on. Tallahassee. What up, Tallahassee? You know Allah's name is inside Tallahassee. Allah's name is right there. If you take Tallahassee and open it up, it says Allah. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah. Allah's name is in Tallahassee. Chicago, what's up, Chi-Town? Lake Charles, what's up? Come on, y'all. Let's go. Share it out. Come on, share it out. Chi-Town. Where else I see y'all on here. I don't know why people act like, you don't want me to know where you at. So come on, baby. Come on, baby. Where we at? North Carolina, Kakalaki. And everybody can join the feed, okay? All of y'all can jump on the feed with me, okay? All right? I know they say, you take it too long, brother. No, I want everybody to come on the feed because I don't need nobody to come in on late because I got some stuff I want to share with y'all, okay? Are y'all ready? Okay? Where we at? Where we at? Oakland in the building. What's up, brother? Oaktown. So let's get this thing started. Strap in. If you disagree with me, please feel free to come on the feed and talk with me if you disagree with what I'm saying. But I want you to do your due diligence. This is the hardest. Let me tell y'all something. The crazy part about this is the hardest damn job ever with no pay. I need y'all to understand. This is the hardest job to wake so-called black people up. And I'm saying so-called black people. This is the hardest job mentally ever to try to wake our people up. This is why I just wash my hands of our people and just do what I do. I tell you, this will stress you out and have you on all kinds of drugs if you will let it. It will literally have you on drugs if it lets you. But I don't do drugs. But it's a sacrifice. Also, it's definitely a sacrifice. So this is like the hardest job ever. If somebody say go to work, this is my work. When I get up, I'm on here, I'm going in, I'm giving you this $1 billion worth of game. So let's get this thing started. Are y'all ready? Everybody's ready. Are we good? Are y'all sharing it out? Y'all sharing this out? And if you know, let's share this out to the brother Malik Zulu Shabazz also. Malik Zulu attorney Shabazz. Are y'all ready? Are you ready? Are you ready on Instagram? You ready on? Hold up. Let me give you this. I'm going to give you the link to come on the feed. All right. And my brother Cheyenne had me on. My brother Cheyenne had me on the phone. I was supposed to have been on this show, but Cheyenne was talking to me about this particular with James Smalls and Carl Nelson. So if y'all know Carl Nelson also, please share this to Carl Nelson too. If everybody knows Carl Nelson, please hit Carl Nelson up and tell him to come on over. Are y'all ready to rock and roll? Hit the link. Do y'all see it? Before 1492. Before 1492. Okay? So please, people, share, share, share. All right? Right now, and come on the feed. Come on, y'all. Let's go.
Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Let's go.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
I wanted to become an aviator, and I wanted to become a great singer. I always had the same dream. The dream was that I'm singing for hundreds of thousands of people. They're beautiful people, and I got the standing ovation. And then about the being an aviator, I always thought I'd like to fly.
Yo, time to play. All right, that you let me go. I'm a in the city, traveling land. Tears in her eyes, she said it just really goodbye. I said, cruising borders of land. I'm a in the city, traveling land. Don't cry, wipe the tears in her eyes. She said it just really goodbye. I said, we're gonna go and do something. How we did not too long ago. You have requests for this, so we had to do it. We'll go ahead and leave the call heard around the world from the wise of MCs. These cats is paying more than half a pound. I got my back and snatch it down. I got the skate, but we could probably run them back in town. Scenarios like this is tear jerkers for a lot of MC. I eat a blue collar worker because he stay cold rhyming, no different from coal mining. We both on assignment to unearth the diamond. When you start climbing and them eyes start shining, you be struggling and striving and they think you prime time and maintain and keep silent, make no an observation. It's confrontation. This is the daily operation. My concentration, stay focused on my recitation. About to reach my destination with no pause or hesitation. Baby, make the preparation, cause this ain't no recreation. This is pro ball, and we letting you know, y'all, at the show, y'all. Doing this for dough, y'all. Get the phone call, and I'm ready to blow, y'all. If I could go, y'all. Been a pleasure to know, y'all. And I'm letting you know. I'm leaving. I'm a in the city, traveling land. I'm leaving. With tears in her eyes, she said it just really goodbye. I said I'm leaving. Cruising borders of land. I'm a in the city, traveling land. Don't cry, wipe the tears in her eyes. She said it just really goodbye. I said I'm leaving. will and I'll be back home to drop these heavy ass bags up my backbone. Around the world with the catalog of rap songs. My baby girl is walking, been away for that long. But no, you haven't, but at least it's how it seemed to me. My hometown is like a whole different scenery. The old timers on the stoop leaning leisurely. The new jacks up in the park smoking greenery. Easily taken for granted when you offended, but it's sweet sinning when you been down for a minute. Move around city limits, breaking down with the finish. The innovative, classical b-boy image. Feel like the winners, cause it's the reason that we came here. This thing is not a game here. The fortune, not the fame here. From New York to the Cadillac, Cali in the Cadillac, Chicago, no, we innovate. Infiltrate Virginia State, DC make me simulate. Philly, no, we penetrate. Georgia make us generate. Let's set a date to get the pace. They celebrating my jams in foreign lands. Even your mans in Japan know what I am. In our son, make everybody out in the pun. Say itchy man, they got man, but where you get it from? Phenomenon, excuse me, that's a phone call. It's a show, y'all. Trying to get this dough, y'all. About to blow, y'all. Been a pleasure to know y'all.
Come on, y'all. Let's go. Hit the link. Y'all ain't doing nothing else today.
And I'm letting
Let's
you
go.
know I'm leaving. I'm a inner city traveling man. I'm leaving.
With tears in her eyes, she said it just feels goodbye. I said
I'm leaving.
across the borders of land.
I'm a inner city traveling man.
Don't cry with the tears in her eyes. She said it just feels goodbye. I said
I'm leaving. Can leave, but it's going to cost you.
with tears in her eyes, she said it just feels goodbye. I said
I'm leaving. You can leave, but it's going to cost you.
with tears in her eyes, she said it just feels goodbye. I said
I'm leaving. All the jet plane. I don't know if I'll be back again. Kiss me and smile for me. Hold me like you wait for me. Hold me like you know I'll never go home. Even though you know I will, I'm a traveling man. Moving through places, space and time. I got a lot of things I got to do. But inshallah, I'm coming back to you. Baby boo, I'm a traveling man. Moving through places, space and time. I got a lot of things I got to do. But God willing, I'm coming back to you. Back to you.
Natural fact is, oh honey, pay my taxes. But y'all don't know who that is. That's brother Sabir Bey, better known as Most Def. So where's everybody at? Who wants to come on the feed with me? So I want to share something with y'all. I really do. I want to talk with y'all for a second. I've been around for a minute, right? And I've seen so many different things that happen. Like, and I am working on being more calmer with a lot of stuff that I do. And sometimes that Philly just come out of me. It's just like, nigga, get out of there. You know, but there's a documentary that y'all should check out. It's on YouTube, right? It's about the Nation of Islam, right? So I came out the Nation of Islam years ago as a young guy, right? But there is a documentary, and this documentary right here, and it was so funny. It's called The Nation of Islam, historical documentary, full length, right? And if you ever watch, how many of y'all ever saw this on YouTube? I'm gonna share something with y'all. Have y'all ever saw this on YouTube? Give me 1 second. Did y'all see this on YouTube? How many of y'all saw this? I mean, y'all can jump on the feed too. How many of y'all saw this document? Let me share something with y'all. First, I'm gonna see how many people saw this documentary. If you haven't, it's what's today's date? Hold up. Today's date is the 18th of November, 2023. 18th of November, 2023. So if somebody show you this, they say, well, Sabir presented this to us first. So how many of y'all saw this before? But if you watch, I'm gonna see if I can play the ending of this particular video, right? It's this thing they was talking about Malcolm X. Come on, I got all these people here. Y'all never saw this before. Come on, y'all. Or y'all just can't see it. I know y'all don't want this. Y'all want me to talk about Puffy, but y'all know that happens every day with everybody. But we'll get into that too. So how many people saw that documentary? Y'all, damn boy, y'all starting to be a lame crowd, man. Y'all be scared. What's going on with y'all? Y'all don't I'm giving y'all the time. You don't see it on the screen? I'm pretty sure it's on the screen, right? It's up there, right? Y'all can see this on the screen, right? Yeah, y'all got to pay attention. That stuff that's being written down is right in front of you. I just mentioned it. Can you see it on it? Stan, could you see that on the screen, brother? I believe it's big as day. Okay, so you don't see it, right? So anybody else, can you see that? What's on my screen? No, I said look at the title, people. The title. I ain't play it yet. Just look at the title. When you go to YouTube, right? Don't you read the titles when before you come on the feed? I'm looking dead at it. I'm looking at it. So the crazy, but y'all wait for me to put the joint up here. Let me show them. Put the picture up here. Okay, it is big enough screen, so I'm pretty sure. So it's called The Nation of Islam, the NOI historical documentary, full length. Okay, all right. So let me explain this. You want me to play the video so I can get banned on here too for playing all these videos, man? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm gonna get into all of this.
Standing in front of the spot where New York's World Trade Center once stood evokes memories of September 11, 2001. Thousands of lives lost, countless others changed and altered forever. As construction workers poured their heart and soul
It did turn
into the
around.
reconstruction of the American monument, questions still linger about who are Muslims? What do they believe? Perhaps more intriguing, is Islam really a religion of peace? But here in the United States, there exists a community of approximately 2 million African American Muslims, and they have their own unique journey to Islam. And this is their story.
I'm not gonna play the whole video, but I'm
here to tell you this afternoon that you better wonder.
I ain't even gonna play it. What's up, sis? But this is the crazy part, right? How you doing, sis? She gotta unmute her mic. You gotta unmute your mic. What's up? So let me share this with y'all, right? Because sometimes when you are in an organization, you can get disappointed. You can get disappointed when you're in these movements. This is why I never joined the movement. I was in the Nation of Islam as a young guy, right? And at the time when I was in it, it was too strict when I was in it. I left and went back to the streets and started hustling. I got shot at 19 years old. The first time I got shot was 19 years old. The second time I got shot 10 years later, right? And going through these, and I was in the streets the whole time. So as I'm watching this, you would get disappointed, right? In these movements, just like I'm disappointed in a lot of stuff in this Moorish movement. I don't belong to no Moorish Science Temple. I don't belong to no Nation of Islam. They all are my brothers. They all are my sisters. So don't ever link me to any of those organizations. And as you go through these things, right, and you see the backbiting, the slandering, and as I'm watching this documentary, I'm really starting to see why certain people drift away, right? Why people drift away from certain things, right? And the whole get your hand out my pocket syndrome, right? And that's what's going on with me. It's like we don't want Sabir because he's in our pockets. But the crazy part is, I sit back and I had a discussion with my brother Cheyenne today, not because I'm supposed to have been on his feed. Now, and if it's boring, y'all, just bear with me, y'all, because I'm really trying to be diplomatic about this, seriously. So I was on the phone with a brother named Cheyenne, and we were talking, and I was telling him about Smalls and about certain people in this industry, right? And why people don't say certain things in this industry. I'm the only stupid, crazy one, I guess, to actually say this without getting paid. So we going back and forth, and I hope my brother Cheyenne will come on here. So as we're going back and forth, I'm telling him that I don't expect Smalls, Carl Nelson, because I don't know if y'all know how radio works. I don't know if y'all know how radio works. Not this blog talking YouTube. I was in real radio, if there's any such thing as that. But I was on radio at radio stations. And I was saying, if you have an hour show, it's really like 40 minutes. It's really 40 minutes, 45 minutes probably, tops. So in this, between this time frame, because you have to have advertisements, I need you to hear me. You have to have advertisement in time for people to call in. So as this was going on, I'm sharing this with him. And I'm telling him, because I'm gonna play something for y'all. If y'all confused, I'll get into it in a minute. This is why you have to think on your toes when you're on radio, like this. But my experience in radio and how now, the way I am now, if I would have known it back then, I knew some of it, but So when Smalls was on the show, on Carl Nelson's show, he was talking about, they was on there talking about reparations, and with brother attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz. So all this is happening. Consciousness people don't get supported. And one thing the brother said to me as I'm talking to him on the phone today, and we were talking, and I told you this religious thing has something to do with it too. This is why most people step away from all of these groups or organizations, because they're full of doo-doo. And that's why I'm not part of no organization, because I see through all of it. I see through a lot of it. But as I'm talking to my brother Cheyenne on the phone, and mind you, this is not even prepared. This is something that just literally just happened. So I'm on the phone with him, and he's saying, well, why don't they talk about the Moors? Carl Nelson's don't get advertisements or sponsorship from no Moors. Are you following me? We're not acting like these so-called Jews or Zionists that will put money up. We don't do stuff like that. We don't put money behind real people that actually going to do that. This is why I said this is the hardest job with no pay. This is a job, people, but I don't get paid like that. This is very, very hard. And the hardest thing to do is to try to wake people up. But I'm to the point I'm not trying to do that anymore. You get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. So as I'm talking to him about Carl Nelson, and I'm gonna play it for y'all. So he was saying, well, why don't they talk about the Moors? What Moor is putting up money to support Carl Nelson? And why would we? Why would Carl Nelson help anymore if no more? This is why the LGBTQ is the way they are. That's why they strong, because they're going to back each other. Is it making sense, y'all? Why we have so much jealousy, envy, and hate. And that's going back to the documentary again. They hated Malcolm X. Rather it wasn't Elijah Muhammad or not. You have people that's in these circles, people. You have people in these circles, right, that may have love for an individual, and they may do the damage. It may not be coming from the top, but we are blindly following people. And this is even what is happening with Puffy. Have y'all noticed? See how I'm going right back to Puffy again, sis? What is the biggest topic right now? Puffy beating up the girl. They already know.
That's what I said. That's nothing new. His behavior was gonna catch up to him anyway.
But that's irrelevant subject. And this is why I said, if you ever read the Rex 84, those things are irrelevant subject. How many of y'all read this Rex 84? How many ever read the Rex 84? I got it if you want to get it. But how many actually read this, right? But as I'm watching this unfold, you know what these people are doing, right? That ain't new that he beat that girl up. It ain't new that he was doing. Anybody that has money they believe they have the power to control, but you also have influence on people. The Rex 84 is the King Offers plan. You can email me and I can send it to you. $70. $70. Somebody's asking what is it? Oh, it's a lot in here. Bear with me. Okay. $70. You can get it. Email me at sabirbeyrdio@gmail.com. So as I'm going through this, right? I'm looking at what is happening. I told y'all they're gonna have another distraction for y'all. Another one. First was Will. Now you know nobody talk about Will Smith now, right? They're talking about what Puffy is doing. Oh, give me 1 second. So all this is happening with Malcolm. When Malcolm started telling people when he came all the way out here to California when the brother got shot. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember the dude got shot in the Nation of Islam and Malcolm came out here, thought they was going to go to war, and Elijah stopped it? Y'all don't get this yet? And they had to follow certain rules. This is why I left the Nation of Islam, because I did not want that. If we're fighting for our people, you're going to have to sacrifice and take some bumps and bruises. But bear with me. I'm going to see if I can bring this full circle into this Nakba and the Crusades. So all this is happening, right? So as this conversation is happening with Brother Cheyenne and I, and he's in Malik Zulu Shabazz is an attorney. Let me see if y'all can show you who this guy is, just in case y'all don't know, because I kept saying his name. But let me show you who he is. This guy, he's an attorney. He's with the new Black Panther Party, but he also an attorney. Okay, so that's him. Just in case y'all don't know who he is. He's an American attorney. First of all, okay, right there. That would sound like a contradiction, right? Could be. So as I'm talking to my brother, Cheyenne, and they having a conversation on reparations. And as I'm telling him, nobody really truly don't want truth. Y'all don't want truth, because if you did, you would back the truth. Right? I saw a glimpse of your page. I want the Rex 84. Email me, sabirbeyrdio@gmail.com. So this is what happened. And I'm gonna show y'all something, okay? Bear with me. If I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, come on, because I'm telling you, I had this conversation, sister, and it was weird because I said, brother, you messing my flow up, because I'm on the phone with him and he's trying to force me to, not force me, but he's like telling me that, well, Smalls and them should do this. No, Smalls and them are in their 70s. They saw stuff and y'all don't support them. This is what he said to me. This is what my man Cheyenne said to me. He said, well, they don't pay my mortgage. This is what he said. They don't pay my mortgage. Talk about Smalls and Carl Nelson. Well, you don't pay their mortgage. So why should you called them on the radio? They didn't call you. He said, well, it's public airwaves. It is public airwaves, but you didn't have to call in. Right? You didn't have to call in. I did radio. So my thing is like, he was talking about, what's the brother's name? Stokely Carmichael. No, was it him? I forgot who he said. It was one of these people. It wasn't him. It was one of these people. And he was talking about how he studied them. I wish he would come on a feed because he said he was doing something. But I really want y'all to hear me out. And I had to step back for a minute and think about this for a minute. Everybody, like James Small said, is not meant for radio. Everybody is not meant for radio. Taj Tariq Bey is not meant for radio. Taj Tariq Bey is more so meant for a classroom setting. Did that make sense? I mean, am I making sense? Because Taj, I told you, if you have an hour show, you have at least 40 minutes to 45 minutes to actually say it. Taj is overwinded. He's very overwinded. I've been in this radio game for a whole 20-something years. So I know how this thing go. I know how you got to stop a person. So if Taj on a show with me, then I would have to stop Taj. Because Taj is in his 70s also, so he's going to constantly keep going. And this is why I said this is a job, B. This is a hell of a job to do this. So as I'm going back and forth with this brother, and I'm going to play it for y'all. I'm going to let y'all hear it for yourself. I'm going to let y'all hear it. There's only about 40 minutes or 45 minutes you would get on radio. But if we're not supporting the people, and creating our own stations, YouTube and this podcast stuff. That's not radio, B. It's not. Trust me, it's not. Don't get in your feelings. But as I'm trying to explain to him what we have to do as a people, not linked to nobody's clique or nobody's club, because I don't belong to no organization. I don't. But I want you to hear me out. And I'm going to show you something before I go further. This is the King Alpha's plan. I want y'all to pay attention, because this is what brings money. Gossip brings money. This is in the Rex 84 right here. That's in the Rex 84. Okay? Bear with real issues. We don't touch them. But I was trying to tell my brother Cheyenne, the way that you have to come on these shows, you cannot come aggressive. I had to learn that. You have to actually know how to maneuver yourself in it. And me being in radio for that long, I had to learn this, because I was very, very like blunt with what I was saying. Some people still think I'm blunt, but but y'all are not. Y'all don't have my back. That's just the fact. So if you read the Rex 84, this is the King Alpha's plan, right? The Rex 84. I told you, if you want it, holla at me. I can email it to you. You don't have to wait, right? So this is what's going on. The media. Keep the adult public attention diverted away from real social issues and captivate them by matters of no real importance. Schools, keep the young public ignorant of real mathematics, real economics, real law, and real history. Entertainment, keep the public entertained below a 6th grade level. And the last, work, keep the public busy with no time to think back on the farm with the other animals. We're not in tune with nature because we don't want truth. We want gossip. And that's really what's going on. That's what's happening. If y'all confused about what I said, jump on the feed. But I do have the Rex 84. It was 1969 when that came out. So as I'm sharing this with my brother, and I'm saying, brother, there's a certain way. Now, if I was on a radio station on Carl Nelson's show with James Smalls, I would have said it a little different. I would have shared something different with him. So if I'm sitting in the room with Malik Zulu Shabazz, I would ask him some questions about reparations too. But see, the thing about, we have so much jealousy, envy, and hate amongst ourselves, right? And that's what was going on with Malcolm X. That was the problem. Y'all don't hear me? That's the problem. We hate because we follow blindly. We follow blindly without questioning. And then when my name come up, they say, oh, no, don't call Sabir Bey. This is what is happening with us. And I'm watching that documentary about the Nation of Islam. I said, God damn, it's the same thing. It's the get your hand out my pocket syndrome. It's to get your hand out my pocket. And I may be in a lot of people's pockets. I may be. I'm pretty sure I am. So if y'all know somebody, please share this video out. Please share it out. And they well welcome. But I'm gonna play this audio for y'all. And I was sitting in the room with Carl Nelson. Everyone cannot be on radio. That's right. But it is public. But some people have to know how to get on radio. Say what you say, shut up, and let people talk. You follow me? There's a process to this. And there's also a thing called ear check in radio. So let me let y'all hear this. And I'm going to go into this Nakba. Know it. If we really want truth, get behind the truth and support the truth. Let's go. I'm going to dissect this for y'all in 1 second, all right? This is the audio. Listen up.
Fake mystery that they're running around with. I don't have time for that foolishness. They're going to pay. They have no choice. You know, you invaded Africa. Every nation state in Europe participated after the Berlin Conference in the genocide in Africa. I am an African as well as an African American. You owe me. You're going to pay me.
All right. 14 away from the top. I've got some folks want to talk to you. Let's go first to Long Beach, California. Eric's on line 3. Eric, good morning. You're on with Professor Small. You just heard, and Attorney Malik.
Hi. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
This particular question is first to Attorney Shabazz. And what is the legal definition?
Listen.
and the international criteria, well as the constitutional criteria for what we term reparations. I mean specifically the legal definition, the international requirement for reparations, and the constitutional requirement for reparations. And I heard the professor mention the Jim Crow, the Negro codes, the Black codes. The Dred Scott case in 1857 is directly tied to that legal precedent. And also William Dungy case of 1855, well, Abraham Lincoln was his lawyer prior to him becoming a congressman. Well, William Dungy refused to be called Negro. How do we say black in Spanish? Negro. So all of that is tied together. And my last point is, we're having this discussion about reparations. Okay, fine, but we're leaving out people that has a wealth of knowledge about this subject matter. And one is Taj Tariq Bey, who Professor Smalls, I'm sure, know quite well. He should be on radio, a part of this discussion. Thank you very much, gentlemen, and I'll take your response. Well, let me start. First of all, I love Taj. He's my brother, but everybody can't be on radio. There's all kinds of forums from which we fight. The conference that was opened that the Afro-descendants nation did, everybody was invited in. Everybody can't speak at a conference. We fight where we are. Taj has been fighting all of his life. He's an extraordinary fighter. So let's get that out of the way. Okay, well, why are you not on the radio part of this discussion right now? No, but there's another 1,000 people that could be a part of this discussion right now. So let's not get into that foolish discussion. We are, wait a minute, brother. You're not going to play that one on me. We are here in the discussion. And there could be another 10,000 people who could be here and hold the same discussion. You should be finding a way to hold a discussion of your own on a radio show or someplace else.
That is true right there. Bear with me. I want y'all to understand the sacrifice, what you got to go through. Don't expect these people to tell it. You should back people. I've been in radio for a long time. I keep telling people, why are they upset with me? Listen up.
And then let's get Malik and come into some of the legal things. But your murderer don't establish your legal precedent for life.
Now,
or the value
this
of your
part
life.
I disagree with, because you should not ask your enemy or your murderer for reparations. I'll explain this in 1 second, y'all.
It don't mean a damn thing to me, because those who were carrying out the Dred Scott decision was the criminals. The criminal can't set the precedent for legalism. But Malik, you know what the structural stuff is.
Okay.
In the international protocol, we're not letting them off the hook. There is a world court that's been established. There's UN precedents that have been established.
The UN.
Okay, I appreciate you, Baba. You're correct. And listen carefully, my dear brother who calls. Okay, reparations is the making of amends for a wrong that has been done by paying money or otherwise helping those who have been wronged. For example, the Treaty of Versailles imposed heavy reparations and restrictions on Germany. So in its broadest sense,
let's stop right here for 1 second. This is why I said you have to bring the right people on explain. Taj don't talk that way. Taj may be for a person, which I would have said to Smalls. No, well, I would have said it different. Taj is for a school setting, not for a radio that you only get 40 minutes. If you an hour, you only have 40 to 45 minutes because you have to take breaks. And this is what I want people to understand. So if you're on the radio, you got to hit it, quit it. So reparations, let me make this very simple. Now, pay attention to the time. Is 40 minutes. Reparations for when two nations fight one another. And the one who won congratulates the one or support the ones who lost. That's what reparations is. Reparations is very simple. Did it go a minute? Reparations for when nations fight one another, right? The one who won actually is the one that's supposed to, repair that. So it's a repair done in the time of war. That didn't take you 10 hours for me to explain what I explained. I spoke about that at UDC when I was there. I spoke on it in 2000, when my mother passed, 8. I spoke on that at the University of District of Columbia. So you can't bring people on that want to go long-winded and explain this stuff. So you create the platform, right, with your receipts. And if you on radio, you have to have advertisement and sponsorship. What the hell we keep ducking advertisement and sponsorship for? You can't get mad at gay people. You can't get mad at anyone else, the Jews and nobody else, because they put money where their mouth is. And I said this, my brother's on here, and I said to him, you can't, he said, well, he not paying my mortgage. No one told you to call his show. That's his show, even if it's public. Everything is public, but certain stuff you can't do in public. If you're working at a school, you can't do certain stuff at a school because it's public, but you're working for them. So if he's working, you're not paying Carl Nelson's, Smalls, none of their retirements. And this is what kills me with our people. We wait for people to get old, and then we have to have someone outside of what the people who's supposed to be helping our people pay for their funerals. Pay for that. Are you okay, brother, today? Are you fine, brother? We all got bills. We all got mortgages. We all got all these things. But let's have a discussion on what a mortgage is. And that's the same thing with this marching. I'm not with the marching. I'm going to go down to LA, and if I see a march, I'm going to go live. But I'm not with the marching. I'm with, okay, let's have a discussion on why we're where we're at. Why these things are happening. What is the Nakba? What is the Crusades? I was in Spain. I'm telling you, but we don't want to hear this coming out of Sabir Bey's mouth because it's Sabir. But I can tell you about the Crusades. I was in Spain. I'll walk you through all of this and tell you the history, B. See, these cats sit behind social media and tell y'all, but I'm there on the ground, sometimes by myself. Don't even know if I'm in enemy territory, B. But are you saying, yo, brother, are you straight, bro? Can I call any of these Moors, right? And say, I need a flight out of this motherfucker right now. Oh, no, brother, you got to wait till next week. Hold up, bro. Hold up. You got to wait till next week, brother. Wait, money didn't come in yet because I had to pay my mortgage, bro. Every time I'm on this feed, I sacrifice. Believe me, I do. It may not look like it, but I do. So when I hear people say, well, brother, they should have did such and such and such and such, I can show you everywhere I was at in Spain. I can show you everywhere. When I was there, you should have saw the eyes looking at me and what was going on. And what I have a lot of information I pulled back from over there. How many of y'all said, yo, I'm going to drop you $50,000 to go do this? So don't expect Smalls to do it. I respect that. I don't listen, put me in the room, and then I will see where Carl Nelson is coming from. Okay, well, let me attack this particular issue. Well, brother Malik Zulu Shabazz, brother, tell me what this is what reparations is, brother. I'm gonna quote the law dictionary, right? I'm gonna quote the law dictionary. I'm gonna quote dictionary period to tell you what reparations is. So when Smalls said what he said, he was talking about that. So when he even said Germany, German is a nationality. That's a nationality. That is. So I would have stopped him there. So this is why you don't see me calling into a person's show unless I'm invited on a show. And I'm going to use my name, Sabir Bey. I'm not going to use a different name, nigga. This is just how I am. It's me. And this is the thing with our people. We always got to, I don't want to curse, but pee around a lot. Be who you are. And this is why I said people talking, but you don't really understand the sacrifice. And honestly, with our people, we're very, very comfortable. And this is why I love the feds. The feds don't let you get comfortable. We're comfortable. I don't want to lose something, brother. Nah, brother, because I believe my wife might leave, my girl might leave me, whatever. Nigga, let them go. It's not meant for you. You know how many times people told me I burnt bridges? If the bridges is burnt with you, then I'm good. Maybe you'll never come back if I burnt your bridges by telling the truth. Period. You have to live it and stand on it and stop worrying about what people are saying. I've been in this fight for a long time, B. And one thing that you will never see me getting high, and this is what I'm saying, a lot of these people, Stokely, Carmichael, whatever y'all want to keep talking, them niggas got caught on drugs, or rather it's alcohol, because sometimes this thing will actually make you go drink or start doing drugs. The same thing with Huey P. Newton. When you have so much coming at you, I lost my son and I'm still getting over this. I can never get over it. So you would think I would be on all kinds of drugs, all kinds of crazy stuff and doing crazy things, right? No. And to deal with our people in their ignorant stage that don't get what I'm saying to them. This stuff will make you, I don't get high, I don't drink to escape anything. I'm dealing with these demons every single day, and it's our people that's talking on the sideline and say, well, this person should have said this and that person should have said this and that. What about what you're saying on the massive scale of people, not in your little corners? Talk to everybody, but you have to know how to talk to them. You have to, because I did this on radio for a long time, and none of these Moors, none of these conscious people was putting up money. I had to pay $300 something every week, every mother freaking week. Radio is not free. It's not. It's based on advertisement and sponsorship. Let me prove my point. Bear with me. Okay? Let me prove my point on what I'm saying to you. This right here, I'm going to show you something. It's out of a book called Introduction to Critical Thinking. Advertising as a case study. You think they don't study you? How could I get all this stuff together and show you? How many of y'all actually got this information and you sharing this information? How many? Read it. Sex, right? All of this, the objective, advertisement. And the word advertisement or advert means to be aware of. That's what it means. That's what they should be paying for, right? But you don't want to pay for that, right? Hold on. Where's my book at? But you don't want to pay for this, but you want everything for free, right? But you want everybody else to jeopardize their careers, right? Jeopardize their career for what? For what? They already got you. I'm on here every time, every day saying, help me do this. Help me put this information out, right? So it's right here. Advert means to be aware of. Advertisement. They already got you. So I don't expect, again, I don't like what Carl Nelson and them are doing, but I also know that there's a certain way that we have to go in dealing with this. And it's up to y'all. Everyone has to be behind it. I don't pick and choose who I like and what it is.
Let me comment really quick about Professor Smalls and the ones that come on. Like I said, when we were talking on the private line, on the public airwaves. If you're out there in the public, on the public airwave, you have a public radio station, and you say that your obligation is like Carl Nelson. I don't know how much you listen to Carl Nelson's show, but I've been listening to Carl Nelson since he was in California, down in the LA area back in the 90s. So when you come out and you say, I'm here to bring, to educate my people and to bring the best information forward to my people. Okay, fine. So you bring your guests on, your scholars, to quote, disseminate what you claim and they claim to be the best information for the upliftment and advancement of our people. And when you ask a straightforward question, then you should just get a straightforward answer, not no spin.
That's not how it works, bro.
Well, I don't. What I'm trying to say is, hold on.
Let me stop you. I gotta stop you for a second. You're not in radio. Did you know comedian?
No, hold on. Wait a second. I never. Listen to me. I never claimed to be in radio. That's not my field. What I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. When you say your goals and your objective, your stated objective and your mission statement is to bring the best information to your people, and your guests, your scholars with these letters behind their name. The reason that they got letters behind their name because this is supposed to lend them more weight and credibility than quote the average individual. You're supposed to be well studied. Okay, but when you ask a straightforward question about something that in your field of study, I know and you intentionally mislead or you lie by omission and you spin it. So that way, I know you spinning. I know you leaving out certain crucial details because I've read and studied the information. I don't have the PhD letters behind my name, but I know when you feed me a lot of crap.
Okay,
right?
So
but hold on, wait a second. Hold on. But listen, let me just finish real quick
before you continue, because I need you to hear me. I heard all of that. I need you to hear what I'm saying as far as the radio now. It wasn't Carl Nelson. Listen, he didn't have a mission. Do you know what a mission statement is? You write it out, right? That's what a mission
I know what the mission statement is, brother.
But I'm addressing it. Bear with me. Let me tell you something. When I was doing radio, there's a term called, and I'm gonna see if I can remember it. The views and opinions are not necessarily the views and opinions of the people of WURD. That's what they say. So
yeah, that's a disclosure.
Now, I never said that. This is what they used to want me to say on the radio. I never said it. I need you to hear me. It's up to you, right? So
yeah.
they used to tell me to say this when I got on the radio, but I would never do it. But I have nothing to do with listen. Keep talking, brother, because you I gotta go there, and I'm gonna let you go. If I have a guest, you're speaking to the guest, not the host. So
exactly. Yeah.
So you said I can't control. If you can, like on here, I can't control you what you want to say. I can say, brother, don't go there. Disrespect it. You see what I'm saying? So my point is, it's a way on how you have to talk with them. I'm just telling you from radio. No. You only have 40 minutes or 45 minutes on radio. So
yeah, right.
It's not for everyone.
So what now with Carl, the host of the show, because he's basically the moderator to a certain extent. But his guest, when his guest that he bring on is spinning and lying by omission to the wider listening audience, who you've been brought on to give accurate information to, for whatever your reason is, for lying by omission, leaving out certain things, spinning it, quote, putting doo-doo in the fan, for lack of a better term. And I know you doing it because I've studied the information, I've read the information.
You keep saying
so I know. So
brother, you keep saying you're not a guest on his show.
No, this is my hold on, Sabir, hold on.
But you keep saying you're not a guest on the show.
I'm speaking from a caller and a listener. This is what I'm saying. So if I'm asking you a straightforward question about a certain subject matter and a topic, and you start to spin it and leave out certain crucial details, right? Then I know that number one, what that tells me is I can't trust you. That's how I'm doing it, right? I can't trust you, right? So then no, hold on. So what I'll do is hold on, wait a second. So what I'll do is
finish, brother, because you keep talking. I want to address this issue.
Okay. Yeah, so what I'll do is, right? I'll just come back and just hit you with the rock and just just put flat out, no, that's not true. This is what it really says right here, and then I'll cite the sources. And if they want to feel like, if the guests want to feel like they've been disrespected, then whatever.
Okay, so let me make this clear for you once again, because I think this is going in one ear and out the other ear, or you can't comprehend it, because it's very simple. Listen to me, bro. You have to be on the show. You are a caller. If you want that you don't make up names. Just call him on the phone and say, well, brother, Carl, how can I be a guest on your show? Right? And then you can address that issue with them. You follow me? That's how you do it. If you're not, because I'm telling you, they can trap you in all kinds of ways, but I'm not going to be, he's the guest. Obviously, Carl Nelson called Smalls and called him, right? So you put yourself in that position, what Smalls was saying. You do it. See, the reason why we don't do it, because there's a lot of pressure in this, bro. I'm in it. This is funny because Eddie Griffin made a joke one day about you judging me as a comedian. He said, you can't judge me. You're not a comedian. You're the audience. I've been where you at. I'm a radio personality. I know them. You can't judge me because I'm on this end on radio, right? So I know how this thing works. And I'm trying to share this with you so you can understand where they're at. I just ran down everything was based on advertisement and sponsorship, but you didn't bring that up one time, right?
No, I get all. What I'm saying is I understand all of that, right? All I'm saying is this, Sabir, right? Is that the guests, right? Okay, you can mislead the people who don't take the time to go out and study and know the true raw history and facts for themselves. You can mislead them, right? But you can't mislead me. So a lot of times, my choice, my choice would be, hey, don't listen, don't call in. For a lot of times, I don't.
There you go. You don't call in, right? You don't have to. So
a lot of times
you can't put yourself in their shoes because, again, I'm going right back to advertisement and sponsorship. You're not on this end, so you have to understand. I would do it a little different. One thing that Karen said to me was, "What did you say to me about Malik Zulu Sabbath? How I would question him?" Well, give me the breakdown of what reparations really is from a law dictionary. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to beat him up. I'm going to ask key questions.
He did ask it.
Right?
See, what you just said? You
said something about how, if I was in the room, how you have to talk to him. If you're in the room with Tariq, I keep saying Tariq, Malik, right? And I'm not going to call in. I'm going to be in the room with them. I don't want to call in because, again, they play people who call into these shows.
The person with the mic has the most.
They had a power. The people with the mic got the power. Y'all understand this, man?
Yeah, you're right. They do. I'm not disputing that.
So you make your way right to that point of being there, and that's what really what I see. Now I can call Smalls and ask him details more what he meant by that, but you have to do it where you're at. So you don't have to be saying, "Oh, he's lying," right?
No, but let me say this too. In all fairness, I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend like I got this great overburning desire to be in the studio with them. Because I don't. I'd be lying if I said I did, right? But for the format that they got for the call in and answer Q&A part of today's show that they have, I just feel like the scholars that come on, right? With if let's take the topic about the Moors, right? If I lay out certain sources and information, right? Certain books like Golden Age of the Moor, Stanley Lane Poole, the Moors in Spain, and the other books that's clearly substantiate that, hey, this is who we are, right? And then instead of just saying, hey, well, brother, that's correct, X, Y, and Z, and expanding on it, you just try to do a whole 360 and go to talk about we ain't Moors and we Negro, we Black, we colored, we African American, we donuts, we car time. It's like, come on, you being intellectually dishonest, and then not only that, you insult my intelligence, which is I'm really don't take kind to that because I ain't no fool for nobody on this planet, and I know how to read just fine.
Basically, what happened to Cheyenne was the same thing that happened to me when I called in when Carl Nelson had Neely Fuller on the show.
Yep. Oh, they did it to me,
and it happened to you too. So
I'm gonna tell you what happened with me with Neely Fuller with Carl Nelson. Oh, I can tell you. Oh, I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead, Kara. Watch this.
But that's the bottom line. Is I do agree that it is an insult to our intelligence because the host will cut your ass off if they don't want to hear what you got to say.
He said it. Carl Nelson said this to me.
It's just the bottom line.
Carl, let me tell you what Carl Nelson said. And we was in the car. I forgot we was driving it. I can remember like it was yesterday. This is what Carl Nelson said to me. I called in, and whoever had Neely Fuller on.
It was Carl Nelson.
No. They had somebody else was on there too. But it was another person. I don't know who it was, but it was a female that was bringing Neely Fuller on there. That's who it was because she spoke. I told you, I remember this was like it was yesterday. Carl Nelson said, and you notice you will never find this audio. Ask Carl Nelson that question. I called into the show. I was out, and Carl Nelson said, if you keep saying white supremacy is a theory, I'm going to cut you off. This is exactly what he said. That's what he said.
That sound like Carl?
But I wasn't offended because you know why I do radio. I know radio. So that's why I don't call in. If I'm in the studio with you, is a difference, right? Then you can't cut me. Then you blatantly show me that you doing it wrong,
but
right?
But I did feel some type of
way. Right.
The reason I felt some type of way was because I specifically asked Neely Fuller if what he was talking about, wrote in his book, was a theory, and Neely Fuller answered yes. It was a theory, and Carl Nelson cut it. He
yes.
cut the rest of what I
do y'all understand? So what you do, brother, is that what we got to do, which I did, listen to me clearly, when I started radio, because all of this was going on, all of this. Nobody was talking about the Moors like this on a radio. I'm the one that started Civil Alert in 2003 on radio. No funding from not one more. I was coming out my pockets $300 a week. Okay, I didn't have it, but I understood the mission. As you said, the mission statement. The mission was whether I was broken out. You would never know I was hungry, bro. But I was hungry to this. And sometimes you can feel bitter behind this. You can feel disappointment behind this. You can feel betrayal behind this. And you would give up. That's what I want you to understand. So I understand that it is what it is. I know they're not going to talk about it. So what we do, like James Small said, create your own. And then you will see what we're going through. You see what I'm saying? I'm not interested in it because when he told me that he would cut me, I was fine with it, bro. This is what they said. Oh, we're going to bring an expert on. I said, well, what defines a person to be an expert? So if I'm pushing white supremacy, right, I will be plastered on everybody's platform. If I was talking about white supremacy, I will be on everybody. If I was talking about the black man is God, I'll be on everybody's platform. You know why? Because it's linked to somebody's organization, even the Nation of Islam. They can't go beyond certain things. This is why I said, go watch that documentary on the nation. So if you step outside of that, the only reason why you have, and I'm going to be a buck with y'all. I'm going to be a 100 a buck with y'all. The only reason why you have brothers like 19 Keys or Ben X or Rizza Islam out there is because of the Nation of Islam. So when he's speaking, right, when they're speaking on that show, right, who is he speaking to? So if you're the Moor, right, he's not talking about you. You follow me? He's not talking about you. So what conscious Moor should do? You should say, listen, I'm going to put money behind this particular person to make that work. You see what I'm saying? That is very simple. When I moved to California, you know who gave me money to start a radio show out here? It wasn't no black person. It was two Mexicans. And it wasn't $200 or $300. It was Mexican brothers that said, yo, went in his trunk and gave me money from he working at a strip club out here in Cali as a DJ, gave me 500 ones a couple of times and said, brother, I trust what you want to do is right. I don't know you, but I know your heart. That's what I'm talking about. Until we understand that part, brother, we're going to be going around in circles. So this is why I don't argue with Mexicans, because they are brothers. And what did I do? I was bringing all the Mexicans together, and they eventually became my host on the show. If y'all go to my radio shows, you see what I'm saying? So I'm not with this talking, brother. I'm not with this marching. If we really want to do it, let's get behind and get it done, or set it up. As a person that is an expert in radio, then you send my information to Carl Nelson, and then I'll sit with Carl Nelson. I may have to dumb it down, but let me come in and talk about me doing film.
You know what, Sabir? Over the years, I it's funny you mentioned that because I used to send Carl your information. Now I'm gonna show you what he did. Right? I used to mention that, hey, maybe you should have you on to come on and talk about the Moors. You got, way more information than me. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on, wait a second. Listen. Listen. Let me show you what he did. So after a while, one day, I happened to turn on the show, and he had Reggie on talking about the Moors, and I almost hit the floor. I said, "Are you kidding?"
You have
Reggie out of New York. You know who I'm talking about.
Brother, everybody that you say we had these classes at the National Black Theater. I know Reggie.
No, all I'm saying is, wait a second. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand, right? Out of all the times that I used to do that and send him the information, he went and somehow found Reggie to come on to the show for about 45 minutes and talk about us as Moors. And I was just, I was just like, well, really?
But see, this
because he used to tell me, he used to say, well, send me y'all information, you and Taj.
But this
and so I did. And he gonna get Reggie.
But this is the thing.
Does that make sense?
I'm gonna make it make sense. Very good sense. The one thing I tell people, and I say this to y'all a lot, don't ask me to come on and speak about the Moors in public like that. Ask me to come on about my travel. Ask me to come on about a historian. See what I'm saying? Because when you label certain things, certain people be like, nah, I told Karen this, I was more radical back then. So any video that you showed of me talking back then and he researched, oh, it's going to be crazy as hell. I'm dead serious. So it's on how you come to these people. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't want to hear this much because it's so much dirt with this Moorish information. It really is. It's so much dirt up to the point of someone taking somebody's property or a sovereign citizen. That's what I'm talking about. So don't mention me as that Moor. Mention me as a historian, as a traveler. So if you see Moor automatically taking houses, driving without license, that's what they're looking at. Y'all don't get the game yet? So don't come and bring me as the Moor, talk about Moors, because then let me come in and then I'll walk you into the history of the Moors. That's how you do it. Because I'm at this question, this was going on with Oswald Crazy. Never forget this. I don't forget nothing. I'm in Simply Wholesome's in LA, sitting outside. And I came to Crazy and I said, how you doing, brother Crazy? And we started talking. And I said, I'm a Moor. He said, oh, you one of those Moors that say you don't pay taxes? That's exactly what Crazy said. But I want you to understand the mindset of them. So you cannot go to them. And I hope you brothers on here that's Moors that is listening. You cannot go to them and say Moors because they're going to say, oh, you're one of the ones that don't pay taxes. And you watch somebody video like a Taj, because Taj is like on the level of like a school. You're not on Taj's level, but you will hear what he say because Taj don't really explain certain things to people because he just talks. You see what I'm saying? With me, you can talk with me and ask me the questions, right? So if you hear that, somebody say, yeah, objective labeling. Thank you. So what happened, if you hear me, you think I'm coming in and talk about, oh yeah, you don't have to have driver's license because this is what you heard. This is what you heard, right? Okay, you heard Moors don't pay taxes, but if I'm coming in the room, I'm going to say, if you don't pay taxes, then where you want your tax dollars to go? See how that works? See, you would never thought about that like that. So I would ask you, if you don't pay taxes, where do you want your tax dollars to go? Is it going to a cause? Is it going to my research behind me? Is it researching with me? Are y'all going to put it behind me? Because I'm the one that traveled. None of these other Moors travel the world. So I travel and come bring this information back. And on my dime, I have children. I have responsibilities too. So people think I'm supposed to do every goddamn thing and nobody help out. So you have to look at all of these things and say, why? Okay, what are you doing? And that's what Smalls is really was saying. Because you don't really want to sacrifice. Because most of y'all are comfortable. That's the reality, bro. That's what's going on. Until you really understand the sacrifice. And that's what Carter G. Woodson was talking about. If the Negro can see through the propaganda, if you can see through it, what happens is sacrifice for the upliftment of his people. That's what he was speaking on. So I don't care who y'all hung with and who you was around. I've been around a lot of people too, but I never stopped. And I'm still going through hurt of losing my son. I didn't give up my people. I'm disappointed on many levels with Moors. I'm very disappointed in Moors. Believe me, I don't agree with a lot of stuff that Moors are doing. That's me. I don't pacify. I don't sit up here and say, oh yeah, brother, but just all you gotta do is fill this paper out, brother, but it's $3,500 and you'll find $3,500 for a fake piece of paper. When I'm showing you how you move around the world, when I'm traveling, I'm putting on the American Moor. Everybody saw my documents. When my children were born, my children are put down as Asiatics. You ain't asking me how I did that one, but you want me to say it here on free on social media. That's what I mean, brother. We have to get back to those principles that we keep talking about. We want something for nothing. So I'm not here to beat up Smalls, because the reason why I won't beat up Smalls is because Smalls may be the one to say, well, I got a young brother right here that you can talk to, Sabir. He's a traveler. Ask Smalls. He said, you are on, in this day and time, you are the only Moor that went to those lands and found this information and brought it back. How many Moors reached out to me and said, brother, what you need? How many Moors? Let's be realistic. How many Moors came on his actually say, yo, brother, could you come over here? I got you. None. Zero. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm speaking on. So when people sit here and condemn what I'm doing, because I'm not telling y'all, because I don't sit behind social media, bruh. I know what it is. There's a whole lot more I can say, but you ain't gonna have my back, not for nothing. Trust me, you ain't got my back. It's a lot of lip professing, but you truly ain't got my back. And that's what's going on with them. That's what's going on with them, because they have a person that they have to answer to. I don't have to answer to no one. They have to answer to advertisement and sponsorship. When we was doing the radio in Philadelphia, brother, do you know I didn't have a bank account, a checking account? I didn't have that. You know what I had to do? I was against banking account and checking account because I was talking against it. But what I did, without me selling myself out, I opened up a checking account because I understood what a checking account is and a saving account. We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to have that conversation. What did Brother Sabir between a checking and a savings account? And let me explain it to you. You see what I'm saying? We don't want that talk. But if I said it on here for free, you will actually accept it without saying, yo, brother, I got you. What's up? So I opened up a checking account to actually have advertisers send a check and they can use it as a tax write-off. How many times I said on his feed and told you, if you donated to me, you can use it as a tax write-off. It's one person that actually does it. One brother. His name is Naren. He uses it as a tax write-off. We don't want to do that. So don't come to me talking about we got to come together, sing kumbayas, and nah. I'm not doing that. So no, you want the basics? Let's set up a class. If you want it, I'll do a class on it. Don't expect me to tell them what's the basics. Nah. You want a class or you want to cash at me? It's $Sabir Bey Radio or PayPal sabirbeyrdio at gmail.com. I keep trying to tell you, it's a lot I'm stepping away from. I'm truly backing away from it, because if I sold you a piece of paper, you will find $3,500 to actually sit and get a piece of paper. So I understand all of this that is going on. I'm a historian. I am a Moor, and it's known around the world, everywhere I went. I am that. And certain things that even that I'm saying to y'all, it was crazy because Phil Valentine thought I was crazy, and James Smarts thought I was crazy going into these countries like Turkey, like Tunis, by myself, not from a military, by myself, not on a tour. If you ever been to Turkey, y'all know what I'm talking about. You ever been to Morocco and certain affairs, you know what I'm talking about. In the Medinas, not on a tour, not with about 20 people sitting in 5-star hotels. I'm sitting with the people to gather this information and bring it back to you. And sometimes you can risk your life doing that. And I used to always say, if I die over there, maybe I'll go to paradise. Who knows? That's how I look at it. So I'm not sitting on a couch watching someone. Appreciate people while they're here and give them their flowers while they're here now, not when they're gone. That's why I said Negroes are lip professors and they're hypocrites. You say you with it, but you're truly not with it. So
yeah, my opinion, when I asked Professor Smalls that question, he should have just gave a straightforward answer instead of trying to be all flippant. It's like, you're not gonna talk to me. Well, let me say this, brother. I'm 54 years old. You're not gonna talk to me like I'm some sucker ass clown or something. No, whether you're 54, 64, 84, just answer the question. If you don't, if you didn't want to answer the question, don't answer the question. But then again, don't be on radio. But don't talk flipping. Don't be flipping. Don't talk flipping and sideways to me, because it's like, it's like whatever.
It's not. That's not what he did. And honestly, that's not what he did. That's just me. Now I can call him on the phone.
That's the way I took it.
But
because, and I'm gonna tell you this, because hold on, because he don't. One thing about Carl Nelson and his guests that he have on his show is that when you ask them direct, pointed questions, and then they'll try to spin it, like I say, lie ball mission, and then when you challenge them on it, another thing that they got a bad habit of doing on this show is once they disconnect you off the line, then they're going to disparage you and try to act like you some sideways nutbag that just spoil. It's like, so you don't
Don't call a show.
That's an option. But what I'm saying is, right? If I choose to call your show, right, then don't do that.
But listen, do you see me calling anybody's show, from Tariq Nasheed to Carl Nelson? Listen to me. Do you see me calling them? No, I don't. You know why? Because I know them. I'm going to, again, I don't think you're hearing me. I'm going to set it up no matter how hard it is, right? Expecting the people to back me. You follow me? That's what I'm doing. Are you going to give me a couple of $100? Oh, I ain't got it, brother. I got to pay my mortgage. You see what I'm saying? That's the excuses that we give. So again, it's fine. He's a guest on a show.
Well, if I have it, I'll give it. If I don't, I'll tell you I don't have it.
No, I got it. But my point is, you do. We all do. So you can't expect them. You see what I'm saying? To do that. That's all I'm saying. You can't. We can't expect them to do that. So if Smalls open up the door for me to come in to explain it, then I'll explain it. Everyone cannot explain this more stuff because, like you told me earlier, you're passionate in it. Sometimes your passion, I'm passionate too. Some things I may take people may take it personal, and I'm the most humblest dude. Something I may say to you trigger you. Damn, that nigga. You know what I mean? It ain't that he's talking to you like you a child. It's just that he's an elder. And he's saying he's been in this for a long time, and sometimes you can get frustrated. You don't know what this man is going through. I can probably tell you some stuff that this man is going through. He's an elder. How many people is looking out for Leonard Jeffries? You know how many times he helped Leonard Jeffries out right now, and he's up there with the same age? Well, Jeffries in his 80s. But how many of you are saying, brother, I know what you're going through, brother. You ain't got a 501, whatever PK, whatever they call these plans. You don't have it, right? We don't have that. You may have it because you're working and you get a pension from them. You're working. You follow me? So if we was the thinking back to giving a percentage, you give a percentage to people. That's how Jews operate. That's how most people operate. Do you know that Jews? I'm not lying, bro. Go find out. Go to the Holocaust Museum in DC. Do you know they have to every year give? I think it's every year or every other month they have to give a percentage to the Holocaust Museum. Did y'all know that? Where are we talking about that at? We're not doing that. Go look it up. You think I'm lying? Let me see if my man Cheyenne. Let me see the Shandell around. They're serious. We want everything. Oh, brother, I got to keep my wife, brother, because if I lose my wife, I'll lose everything. No. Bear with me. I'm gonna see if my brother's around. Go find out about that museum. I'm gonna see if my brother pick up his phone and watch what he tells you. He works in DC. Watch this. If he picks up, they have to give a percentage of their check, bro. We don't think like that because we selfish ass people. That's what I mean. So they're gonna be taken care of. You're not taking care of Smalls, and you'll say, "Well, brother, I don't have to take care of him. Why not?" They gave you the information, but you want everyone to give you this information. But when they crippled, done, and can't do things, where are you at? Where are you at? Every last one of our scholars has somebody else to pay for their.
Well, let me say this in all fairness, right? Even with Professor Small, it's not the fact that he's giving me some information because I already have the information. I just try to get him. I just try to get him to confirm.
You ain't hear what I said though. You ignored it, right?
You said create my own show.
There you go. See how simple that is? Create your own.
Yeah.
No.
And so
about the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, you don't condemn a dirty glass of water. You set the clean one up beside the dirty glass. So you do it and then see how long you're going to last. And then the crazy part with me, I did that. I gave up radio in 2009. A sister in Atlanta wanted my title, the show, the Civil Alert. You know how long she lasted? She lasted for less than a year. It might have been a year. And she walked away from it. I'm going to tell you something. I will give you that. I'm going to let you see how hard it really is. You don't know how hard it is until you're really there dealing with our people. I'm dealing with it every day with us. Every freaking day with us. So when I gave her Civil Alert, her name is Santasha. Whoever saw a Civil Alert online, that's when it was started to be online. I gave it to her so she can see. And then she only lasted for probably a year because I know. And I said, imagine being in a radio station like that. I'm telling you things and it's going in one ear and out the other ear. So you don't know what people are going through. You don't know why they're not saying it. So what you do is you get the right people that can explain it. That's what you do. You back them. You put them up. This is why they push them people out there. Okay, this is the spokesperson. That's the spokesperson. I can't even get mad at 19 Keys. You know why? Because 19 Keys is the spokesperson. But he got the backing of the Nation of Islam. You follow me? Y'all don't get it yet? You don't get it? He got the backing of the nation. So what they're going to do? What the nation is going to do? Oh, yeah, put him on this show. What the nation going to do with Rizza Islam? Yo, he's such and such. You follow me? What are we doing? I don't like that nigga Sabir. You know, that's what I heard last week about, I think it was last week, a week before, they said, no, we don't want Sabir to be the head of nothing. That's what was said. This is that. And I don't want, and I told the brother, I don't want to be the head of nothing. This is exactly what the brother told me.
Well, sometimes it's smart not to be the head of nothing too.
No, I don't want to be. But my name came up. It was, see, this is the thing. When things are chosen, you are chosen. I didn't say I wanted to do that. It was given. My name was thrown in a hat, but that's what happened. I want you to understand that part. I never want to be the head of nothing. I never want to be the leader of nothing, period. But my name was brought up, and they said, oh, we can't.
Not even an ambassador?
I don't want to be nothing, brother. I can be an ambassador of the around the world. I can be. But what that does, brother, that draws jealousy, envy, and hate amongst the circle, and going right back to Malcolm again. Jealous until we control that part. The jealousy, the envy. I don't walk around like I'm the shit and saying I'm all of this. I'm a regular dude. My brother, my young brother's on here right now that I was with in Vegas. He'll tell you how humble I am. I can be snotty, standoffish. I don't want to talk to you. Give me $1,000 to talk to me. You see what I'm saying? But that's not me. But one thing I have learned, that people will take advantage of you. They will definitely take advantage of you. And they get mad at you when you actually check them on it. This is what I do for a living, people. I teach. And if I'm a teacher, teachers get a salary. Because people be saying, oh, nigga, go to work then. If I worked a 9 to 5, I could not do what I'm doing. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. If I worked a 9 to 5, I could not do the things that I do and bring this information to you. Because by the time I'm off, I'm going to be tired. I'm going to sit my ass down, watch football on a Sunday, do something on a Saturday, and go right back to the same thing again. I would not have the time. And this is what Umi was telling me. This is what you do, Sabir. So don't let no one take advantage of you. And that's what I want people to hear me out on. This is what we need to be dealing with. Every subject that I touch on, trust me, you never heard of before. None of you. But what people do is watch your videos, repeat what you say, and recycle the same damn video that I just said to join in, but never say, well, it was Sabir Bey I got it from. That's what I mean, brother. It's that. That's what's going on. I hold nobody up. No one up like that. Oh, yeah, brother, this is... Nah. I know this game. Again, I will not knock Smalls. I don't even knock Kaba. I say put us all in the same room. That's what I keep saying. Let's get in the same room and talk about it. Why don't y'all organize it so we can all be in the same room? And if one cannot answer it, I have all the receipts over here, and then I can show it to you. Here it is right here. See how simple that is? But even amongst the lowest of the Moors, is so much jealousy, envy, and hate. And they're watching this, bro. They're watching it.
If we can get a couple of representatives from each state, man, just to come and that would.
No, and this is the funny part, because I need to clear this up too, because somebody said you would knock Taj. I never knock Taj. I don't agree with a lot of stuff that a lot of Moors are doing. I didn't say Taj. It's Moors in general.
Yeah.
Taj is a person that should be teaching. All of you should have him in a school. If you love him so much, then put money up and put him in a school. Create a school. Do that. If you love him, when you love somebody, you do it. Every time I did a lecture, I brought Taj in. I didn't have to do that. And Taj got paid. When I was doing that triple light tour in Texas, it wasn't supposed to be Taj. It was supposed to be me. I brought Abdullah Bey and Taj Tariq Bey there. I did. I didn't pay for them, but I put them on the bill. When we did Louisville, Kentucky, it was supposed to be KRS-One and myself, not KRS-One, Sabir Bey, Taj Tariq Bey, and Abdullah Bey. Do you understand? So that's how you care about the individual. When we did Out of Darkness, I put Taj in there. Taj got a royalty check. So when you love that person that you cherish the much, right? Then you put them there and you help them. You follow me? Somebody said, what platform you on? I'm on YouTube right now. So when I was doing all these things with Taj, I have always brought Taj in. I brought Taj on radio. And if you ever talk to Taj Tariq Bey, he will tell you I'm the one that brought him on the radio. But do Sabir Bey get credit for it? No. You just think it's just poof, this came out of nowhere. No. Every time I was doing things, I would bring people on. And Cameron would beat me up and say, stop supporting other people and support your stuff. Stop putting people there because y'all don't know it's me that is putting people there. That's what she would always tell me. Talk about your stuff. When I was doing all of these things, I was bringing these people to the platform. Everyone got paid every time we went, even though the brother didn't have the money in Louisville, Kentucky. You know what I told this brother? And matter of fact, I brought Todd to Chicago with me. It was only supposed to be me too. But my brother Bruce, one brother, and it wasn't $500 that he paid us. One brother took us to Chicago, and I said, yo, let's bring Taj. And if you know this brother, and I can call him on the phone, he will tell you this. Listen to me. I've given the money back to him, and I said, give it to Taj. That's what I told him. I want you to understand the principles, and these are principles that y'all don't know. When I said this, when I said, no, give the money to Taj, sitting in a hotel room. When we was in Louisville, Kentucky, when the brother could not afford to pay KRS-One, because KRS-One want $10,000 to speak, right? I said they was putting KRS-One stuff in the hallway in the hotel. Because I added Taj onto the bill and Abdullah onto the bill, the brother didn't have the money. You follow me? Hold up. Here's Bruce.
What's up?
Now, I haven't heard. When the last time I heard from you?
Huh?
When the last time I talked to you?
Man, it's been a long time.
Now this is the brother that brought me to Chicago, right? What happened in the hotel room, brother, when we was in there sitting in the room when you was paying us? What happened?
When we was what?
When you was paying us. Remember we sitting in the hotel?
We paying?
When you was paying me.
Yeah, what about it?
What did I do?
I don't even, Craig, you know how long that was?
What did I say? Didn't I say I was giving you the money back? Remember we sitting there? See?
Yeah, what?
You see? No, I was just letting people know the type of person I am because I was giving it to him. Give it to him. This is how I am. So he paid us to come there, and it wasn't only supposed to be me, but I'm the one that told, let's bring Taj. So what we were doing, y'all don't understand the sacrifices of all of what I've been doing because you don't hear me on the forefront of nothing. When I brought this brother into this movement, even Kush, the one that y'all watch every day, Kush, the one that repeats everything I'm saying, I brought Kush in also. This is the first brother I met in Chicago, and this is a street nigga, straight up. He still is, but
what are you talking about?
No, I'm on live.
Oh, you on live?
Oh no, hold up. Give me a second. I don't know what just happened. Oh, I don't know what just happened. Peace. How you doing, Devin? So when these things were going on, hold on a second. When these things was going on, I was on the forefront of a lot of things. I helped a lot of people, but also when KRS-One room was getting, they put him out of his room. I said, take this money, brother, and make sure KRS-One is right, because if you mess up with KRS-One, you're done. It's the same thing with Abdullah and myself. And when my sister Cynthia Martin ill, actually paid, it was supposed to be me, but I started bringing Taj and Abdullah in and call it the Triple Light Tour. That's what we were doing. So don't ever question what I do, because I know the sacrifice. So if you love Taj that much, then y'all should make sure Taj is straight and he's good. Don't wait till he's dead. He's late 70s. Bring them. Appreciate them while they're here, not because, oh, it sounds good, brother, I've seen such and such. So don't ever think I condemn Taj. That is my brother. But I also have to check my brother when they're not correct, just like people have to check me. Karen checks me all the time, and I be pissed off. We go at it like a mother freaking. But she checks me, period. And that's what keep you level-headed. That's what keep you level-headed. We think that we can't be checked. This is real talk. So I'm not condemning Smalls, because Smalls did something for me when I had them in New York. Another one, Nicholas Brooklyn. I'm the one that put that together, but my sister Kafunya is the one. Kafunya is the one that actually brought me there. Shout out to Sister Kafunya. And I added Taj Tariq Bey on. I added James Smalls on, and I added Kaba on. And the one thing I remember when Smalls, I went to go pay Professor Smalls outside in the snow in Brooklyn, he gave me the money back. That's what he did. He said, you the one that traveled. You take the money. How many of us would do that? So don't think that I'm here to beat Brother Smalls up, because I know what he's done that y'all don't have no idea what they have done. I don't get that from Moors, B. They don't say, yo, brother, we understand what you're going through. We understand it. Just get him over here. But you'll say, no, I hate that nigga. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. Where's the principles and the morals at? Where's the principles? We talk about it, so where's the principles? You see what I'm saying? Don't go there with me. I understand what Smalls and them are doing, and I understand that it's not their job. Their elders now let them be where they at, and y'all help out and get me where I need to be at so we can explain this. It's that simple. Hold up. So that's where I'm at with it. So y'all done made me. I was supposed to be talking about this Nakba, man. God damn. It went somewhere totally different. That's because you actually know Taj. We don't have a relationship. And exactly, I know Taj. I've known Taj over 20-something years. It wasn't Taj that brought me into this information. It was Brother Kamar Gabriel. But you don't want to hear that from me. I didn't meet Taj until 3 years later. I never was there with Taj. I don't know. But it was Kamar that y'all don't know. Kamar is the one that brought me in. Kamar Gabriel. Most of his name is in most of the lessons books that y'all are reading. The lessons books that y'all are reading, his name is in there. I lived in his house when he moved out his house to walk away from this Moors movement because of what Moors were doing and because of what Moors were trying to use him. He walked away. You don't know him. But you didn't say, yo, let's sit at Sabir and find out who the hell is Kamar. You follow me? You ain't want to ask that question, but you got all the lessons books, right? With most of the stuff that he wrote. Nah, don't do that. One of the books, where's that book at? Actually,
I saw you put them books up yesterday.
It was over there. It's a question to ask the Moorish children. I asked people who want the books. Get with me. I'll print the books out and I'll send them to y'all. I email them to you. What do you want? Did anybody reach out to me? No, because you want something for nothing. You have no idea how many books I have, brother. I just don't touch on these subjects anymore. Because what is the point of saying we're Moors? What is the point? I can tell you what I did when I went overseas and how I wrote my paperwork out. I didn't pay $38. You got dudes paying $3,500 for paperwork, bro. That's insane. This brother paid $3,500 to somebody in Chicago for a status correction. I said, nigga, what? Send me $2,000, bro. Like $3,500? And we are doing this. And this is why they don't want me there, because I'm going to be in their pocket. Let's go back to Malcolm. Get your hand out my pocket syndrome. You see what I'm saying? It's to get your hand out my pocket because I'm in their pockets. Period. So, so my thing is, man, do what you do, man. Like, I'm not here to condemn him. For Smalls to give me that money back that I was paying him, and it wasn't $200 or $300 either. For him to give me that money back because he know I travels the world and bring this information back. That's what he was doing. And for, again, that Mexican brother that gave me that $500 didn't want anything from me, how many of y'all would drop me $500? Oh, no, brother, that's too much. I got my mortgage, brother. But we can talk about the mortgage thing if y'all want me to. But you want me to do it for free? You see what I'm saying? I can sell you a dream. I definitely can sell you the dream. But I'm not here to do that. Now let's get into the Nakba. I'm almost done. I want to go out. It's nice out here in Cali right about now. But if y'all want to support me, I do have a cash app, $Sabir Bey Radio, or PayPal, sabirbeyrdio at gmail.com. Let me get into this. Cause damn, you didn't threw me off. So let's talk about this Crusades thing. Instead of having marches, let's talk about really what happened. Damn, but where you at? You ready to jump on the train, bro? So let's talk about this for a second. The Crusades. When I was in Spain, I saw all of this. All of this stuff I saw when I was in Spain, right? How many people know where Segovia is? Raise your hand. Remember, this ain't me going in the military. How many of y'all know what Segovia is? Raise your hand. We should be having conversations like this. These types of conversations we should be having. Somebody said this is foreign concept. foreign concept because we do not understand the importance of supporting grassroots. And that's true. No, they do, but they don't want to because it's Sabir. Oh, no, we don't. No, it's Sabir. That's why we don't want to do it. I don't like that nigga. That's what they really want to say. I don't like that nigga. So, how many people know where Sokovia is? I better hurry up because I'm almost, 2 hours is almost here. God darn, it's nice. I want to go find me a rally so I can go live down there in LA. Okay, where's Sokovia at? Where's it at, y'all? So let me just show you. Bear with me. I told you this is all going to be on the 1492 tour. That's Sokovia right there. That's Sokovia. That's in Sokovia, Spain. So when I was here trying to figure out what is going on and why these things are happening to us, it rained that day too. I got soaked that day. It was about, I had to literally pay, I think I paid almost $100 to get driven from Madrid to here. Y'all can go look up the distance because the trains wasn't leaving the way they was leaving. So when y'all see me travel, I'm spending a lot of money. I don't have it. I'm spending a lot of money doing what I'm doing. So when I had to get in a cab, and let me tell you how crazy this is going here. There are so many castles along this particular route that I saw. If I had the money, I would have stopped off everywhere. But I caught a cab. You can go online and find out how far is Sokovia in Madrid, and tell me what y'all think. So it cost me almost close to 100 euros. And you expect me to do this for free? Oh, this place is beautiful though. It's a lot of history here. It's a lot of history in this particular place. A lot of history about the Moors, and I met a lot of young people here too. Look how big them steps are. These are water. I forgot what it's called. The water something. This is in Sokovia, right? You want me to do everything for free, right? So let me show you the entrance when I'm going in. In 1 second, I'm gonna show you what it looks like going in there. Give me 1 second. That's on the outskirts. Y'all can look this up. Y'all like to go online, right? What that says, who is this right here in this picture? I heard that story, right? Look.
That's Romulus and Remus.
Okay.
The two twins is the mythological founders of Rome.
So how many people saw this before? I'm standing right there. You would never know if I wasn't there, right? So that's on the outskirts before you walk inside there. Before you walk in, I'm sitting. I got more photos and videos over there. I'm tripping off of this. All this is Moorish areas. All this is Moorish. And when you walk through here, it will blow your mother freaking mind, bro. It's crazy when you walk through there. So I don't just tell you stuff. I'm showing you what I'm doing. So once you understand this battle of the Crusades and the Nakba, you will understand the war and the Nakba and the Crusades is still going on. It's still happening. Let me show you something. So for the record, that's a brother, but you don't see them type of brothers in Casablanca. They don't look like a slave to me. That's a brother in Casablanca. Let me go a little further. I want y'all to see what this thing do when you travel these places by yourself. I was by myself on here too. So let me go to another photo for y'all real fast. Let me show you something else. That's Brother Muhammad. You see the Alhambra behind us? That's Brother Muhammad. As I was walking through, now he sees me every time I go back to Granada. He's in the same spot and be like, "Assalamu alaikum, brother." That's the Alhambra behind us. You don't see them in Granada because you know why? People go to Barcelona. You don't go to certain places to see your people. So don't say that we're not there. What we do is we go to places for tourists, for tourism. when you're in these particular places, you can flow freely with people. You can flow. You follow me? You can flow and you can talk to people and you be on your time. And this is what I'm going to do when I do these tours. When you go with me, we just came back. Sister Karen, that's our second time over there. Brother Percy was there. A brother Mark came in from Boston. He flew in from Boston to meet us in Malacca. How many of y'all would do that? It made sure I was right. He flew all the way from Boston. Chris was there, Amadeus Christ, and my brother Medid was there from Philadelphia, from Tunis. He's from Tunis, but he lives in Philadelphia. So we don't want this type of information because it don't feel good. We want to keep pointing fingers at people instead of saying, brother, what can we do to make this work? I'm a historian. I'm a traveler.
Ain't nobody.
Say that again. What do you say, Stan? Oh, I thought he was talking to me. So let me move forward. That's why I said instead of us condemning these people, what are we doing? What are we doing? So let me show you something about the Nakba. 1 second. I'm gonna pull this up and I'm gonna show you something first. How many people ever heard of this brother right here? Come on. How many people heard of him? Y'all better study these people. How many of y'all heard of this guy? It was part of the Crusades, yo.
I haven't.
Okay, part of the Crusades, right? And if you say you do, I'm gonna say, tell me something about him. You know how I'm gonna test y'all because we love to say, yeah, brother, I know. Study him, because a lot of these people were fighting the Crusades. The Crusades and the Nakba is still going on to this day. And if we was the back row people, we can actually find a way that we can get it to the people so they can understand it. So we can get them. You cannot come in because the dirt they have is so much dirt on this Moorish movement. It's a damn shame. So if you have heard of it, let me know something about him. I'm gonna go a little further. Still happening. So let me show you another brother's name. And I'm gonna take you directly to the book. How many people heard of this brother? Ibn al-Qatar. Now, Muslims may have heard of him. He was from Turkey. I found out about him when I was in Turkey. Where do you think the Beys come from? I was in Turkey. He was born in Turkey. Crusades, D. Still going on. Crusades. Everybody know I was in Turkey.
Still going on to this day.
Oh, yes. But we want to argue silly things. Instead of finding, whoa, wait a minute, brother, what happened? How did this thing go down? How did it go down? Why are we still in the same predicament that we in? Because we don't back people because we be in our feelings. Oh, I don't like him because he think he knows everything. That's the mentality of our people. Or he think he knows. No, I know nothing. Here you go. Let me show you Turkey for the record. So when I was in Turkey, that's who I found out, right? I'm just going to put it up here. That's in Istanbul, Turkey, right there. With my fez on my head. That's Turkey. Right? That's Turkey. The Black Sea behind me. All that's Turkey. Right? So, but you don't want to hear this because it don't sound good. So, yes, these people are there. I told you the Crusades is still happening to this day. The same thing with the Nakba. So let me go into this book for a minute. Bear with me. Let me go here to show you in this particular book. Here it is right here. Look at the Holy Land. Jerusalem. Look, bear with me. I'm gonna see if I can move this up a little bit. Blow this up a little bit so you can see the bottom. I mean, y'all should get the book though. I should not be. This ain't no class. If it's a class, you got to pay, right? So, see it right here, and they highlight it under the control of Islam. It's still going on to this day. We should be having conversation about the Crusades. That's what we should be talking about right there. Hold up. That's what this is the conversation we should be having, because it never stopped. This is not YouTube research. let me go a little further. Let me go a little further into this. Bear with me. Let me show you another page in this particular book. So when I'm over here, I don't know if these people are friends or foes, brother. Who really got my back if I got into something? Look, let's go further. Look at this one. Let me blow this one up a little closer so y'all can see this one. And you see what it, hold up, bear with me. You see what it says right here? Above the siege of Lisbon. Where's Lisbon at? Where's Lisbon at? Y'all don't know where Lisbon at? But y'all know everything about Puffy and what's going on with him? Where's Lisbon at? See, if we would bring people on and
Lisbon is Lisbon.
Huh?
That's in Al-Andalus.
That's in Portugal, yes, Portugal.
Yeah.
So here it is, the Christian states to the north, right, and the east, with the Moors rule, what? The rule to the south. But let me show you something. Guess what? Let me show you where it's at. Okay, let me show you the information. Okay, you got it? So let me show you. Once again, it's in here. What did crazy Sabir Bey do? Give me 1 second. Am I making this clear, people? It's still going on, right? So when you see me, go there, right here. Give me 1 second. Here it is right there. That's me in Portugal. Castelos dos Moros. Y'all can look this up online and see if I'm lying. So when I'm going to these places, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to connect. I'm not trying. I am connecting the dots. So that's me at the Moorish Castle.
Well, you know it's fun. Well, you're talking about Portugal, right? When you talk about King Jael, the first son, who's known in history as Henry the Navigator, and he went to the Pope when he took over the Order of the Knights of Christ, which is the revamping of the Knights Templars after the Pope and the King of France had them attacked on Friday the 13th and try to disband them. But under that new papal bull to King Jael's son, Prince Henry, he specifically instructed them during the Crusades to keep the Moors confused and to always make war against them under the banner of Christianity. So when we talk about those Crusades still continuing, they never stop because they've been under order from the Pope of Rome to always continue the war.
Dude, let me tell you something, brother. I hear you got that story from somewhere, but let me tell you how deep this thing is. It's deeper than what the hell you think it is, brother. You ain't hearing what I'm saying to you. For me to be in the presence in this particular place, to hear this, and don't know if a person is going. It was fun. I'm gonna give you a story when I was in Turkey by myself, and it's freaked me the hell out. I literally, if somebody knocked on my door, and I do all this time. I put my suitcase up. I do all kinds of crazy shit. It was crazy. One thing my brother Madib told me, and I travel by myself, not with a tour group of people. I'm trying to get that to happen. When I was in Turkey, my brother Madib said to me, whatever you do, Sabir, don't get into politics with those people over there. So when I'm by myself, I don't know if I'm saying the right thing or not. That's why I shut up. You have no idea what I found when I was in Portugal. But you would never know because you don't want to have this conversation. You don't want me to say it on here publicly. But I know this history. I'm showing you where I was at. I took these books to Portugal with me, right there. And I was in England with it. You should be saying, yo, what book is that? This is Portuguese in West Africa. This one is Portuguese right here, the foundation of Portugal, Empire 1415, 1590. When the Moors fell. Y'all got to understand the history. So when I'm at that castle right there, how many of you knew about that castle or ever been to that castle? And literally, if you look that castle up, it's up in the mountains. It's literally in the clouds. That's how far it is, right? So when you start going to these particular places and you see these things for yourself, it's a difference. It hits you something totally different. It's like going to a concert that you've never been to before. It hits different when you listen to the music, but it hits different when you're there and you see these things. You be like, wait a minute, hold up. This is real. Now let's go to the Nakba. Here it is. The Nakba did not start or end in 1948. It's still going on. This is the same thing as the Crusades. You see it? It's always been here. Ethnic cleansing of Palestine. That's why I say it is. Y'all not going to be satisfied till it hits here in good old United States of America. In good old United States, you ain't gonna be satisfied till it hit here. Yeah, it's not.
Well, the question would be, well, who would they be trying to ethnically cleanse?
Hey, brother, we already know. It ain't about who not. We know. What's the point? We already know. What are we doing? Again, what are we doing? What are we saying? Openly. Or we hiding? It's crazy, B. I'm telling you what is going on. We hiding who we are, right? So let me show you something else in this book. Look at this right here.
Being ourselves.
Slavery, culture, genocide. Look at this. Let's go into this book for a second. Where did this come from? Look what it says in Portugal. How many people know what book this is? Come on, y'all, let's go, because I'm almost finished. What book is this? See, we don't want to have these type of conversations. I was in Spain and Portugal. You see what it says? 400 years was tricked, captured. What book is this? Y'all should know. They licensed them. The licensees, the first licensees was what? For a supply of 4,000 slaves in 1518, after the Moors fell. Do anybody know what book this is? Anybody? Any takers? Anybody? What book is this? Genocide, right? That says genocide on it, right? Oh, it ain't gonna happen here, brother Sabir. That's what Tariq and John say. It ain't happening here. Yeah, it's gonna happen here, bro. Oh, believe me. And they're gonna use black people to put you directly back into it. Do anybody know what book it is before I show it?
Nah, they want to use our own people to do
it. Deeper Roots. Deeper Roots. Right? But guess what else is said in this book? Because it is our people. Because what we do, we idol worship people. We idol worship people instead of watching and judging and questioning them. You can't necessarily judge them. You can question them. Right? I see it happening right now with y'all now. Trust me. Somebody said we ain't the same people. We're back. So we're back then. So they try, but they won't get away. Yo, they doing it. Oh, they don't have to. They use your own people. I just ran the whole story down on how they would do it. Why do you think they keep blocking Sabir? Why do you think I keep telling you it's the conscious people that say don't bring Sabir over here? It ain't the white man that's saying that. It's our people. Because you have some type of animosity or jealousy towards me. I don't have nothing against nobody. So let's move forward. Okay? Let's move forward in this. Let's go back down in this book again. Y'all don't see it? Give me 1 second. You can't bring them this. Let's go here. This is also it. Personal property, slaves could be sold for debt. Really? You can. Why do you think they locking people up for debts and there's no debtors' prisons? Oh, make it make sense. Oh, you can't talk like that, Sabir. These are the things, Cheyenne, and I'm saying that you cannot talk about. So if I tell you that there's no debtors' prisons and you can't go to jail for a debt, because it is in the Constitution, right? Why are people going to jail for a debt? I'm gonna just throw this out here. Why? I'm gonna give y'all $1 billion of a game real quick, but I'm gonna see y'all answer first. Why are people going to jail for a debt when there's no debtors' prisons? I better hurry up because I'm gonna get off here. I do want to go out, y'all. Come on. It don't take that long to hit and say what it is. But you're gonna think about it when I get off of here and say, well, damn, that nigga was right. God damn. If the Constitution says no one can be in jail for a debt, then why are people, when you got tickets, that's a debt too. All these things are debt. And you can't pay off a debt with a debt note. But how they do it, right? Come on, I'm waiting for somebody. They're gonna wait to me. I'll show you. They're gonna say, well, yeah, that's what I knew that's what it was, Sabir.
Well,
that's what it was, brother.
I have no idea.
Okay, so let me explain to you. It's based on your consent, brother. See how simple that was? That's less than 5 minutes. It's based on your consent. But if I can get you to consent to something, you good. These are the conversations that we should be having. These are the conversations that we should be having. This is what Edward Bernays was saying. How do you get people to consent? And how could a minor consent to anything? How can a minor consent? You don't get it? So that's a whole nother subject, y'all. You see how this goes?
That goes into status, don't it?
Brother, it has nothing to do with that. It's about you knowing contracts. And this is what I keep saying about Moors. This is what I'm saying about Moors. We saying these things. They don't give a damn about your status, bruh. It's about you knowing the contracts, knowing the law. That's what's going on. Everybody got a damn status somewhere. Period.
It's about us knowing. Because they'll let us play stupid.
And this is what Carter G. Woodson was saying. It's too much painstaking research. And as a rule, our lawyers are not interested in that sort of mental exercise. This is a mental exercise, and it's not for everybody. So a Moor can sell you whatever he want to sell you, brother. Take this piece of paper, brother. Give me $3,500. I can get your paperwork, get your status corrected, brother. Let me tell you something. You have to know this. If you cannot pay off a debt with a debt note, instead of us having classes on this, we worrying about, brother, I got to get my status corrected. Oh, this brother got it for $3,500. I found it. Here it is. It's my mortgage. It's my mortgage money. And then what happens? You get mad when this shit don't work. Excuse my language, but you do get mad. Oh, brother, I just put this paperwork for $3,500. It didn't work. I told you what you got to do. That didn't cost you $3,500, did it? Just join my classes. I told you I got classes already up. Y'all can purchase something. I just did a class on liens. I literally just did a class on how you put a lien against your car and your property. I'm almost finished. So let me show you a little bit more. Once you understand how this game go, but I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Let's go to the Crusades over here. Here it is again. Here it is, y'all. So I told you, you're going to use our own people to do everything. The Crusades, they never stopped. 1095 to 1492. It never stopped, people. The Crusades is still popping. There it is right there. That's Portugal. That look like the Portugal joint. Ain't that some stuff? Yay, is it? It looks like it. Y'all don't get it yet? You know this. It's all here. This is why they don't talk about the Moors. No, don't talk about the Moors. So you got to walk them in, and you don't go in and talk about a Moor. You go in as a historian. Much easier when you can present this to people. Because the Moors have this stigma, right? Let me show you why, brother Cheyenne. This is the stigma. Bear with me. Why? I'm going to show you a newspaper with this in it, right? Give me 1 second. Here's the newspaper. This is just one. See what this says at the top of this paper, brother? Give me 1 second. This is from 1937, 38 in Ohio. Would Spain fall to the same Moorish tribe? The conqueror turned 1711. Y'all don't get it yet? Why would they tell you anything about this? I have this newspaper. I have many other newspapers too. So it's a way of, everybody can't present this information. You have to back people that know how to present the information to the people. So if you go all the way down here, tell you it's kind of small because this is an old newspaper, but I know I can't open it up anymore. But this newspaper, I have all these newspapers. It tells you the whole history about the Moors, right? The whole history. And I'm going to show you some more. This is another one. This one is 1888 in Atlanta. The Black Moors. How many of y'all saw this paper before? 1888, right? This one is from 1936. The Black Moors. How many of y'all seen this paper before? Think some more. Okay. So it depends on how. As I said, if you go in as a historian, not necessarily talking about Moors, though. You walk them into the Moorish information. This is another one, the Afro-American newspaper, Moors, because we truly don't understand the Crusades is still happening. And our people are the ones that's going to put us back in chains. We're doing it. We're doing it. Because they know that you're not going to support what I'm doing. They know this. I'm just being real with you. They know you ain't going to do it. They already know. This is an Afro-American newspaper, 1937. So they all know. Everybody know. This is why you still don't have nobody talking about Harvard. I went to Harvard University. I literally went down to Harvard to try to find out what was going on down there. Did you say, yo, Sabir, I got your flight, brother? Oh, I ain't got to do that. Why I got to pay for your flight, bro? No, I just asked you. Right? But let me show you something. All the way in Harvard. This is a book y'all should pick up. If you can get this book, get it. It's called A State by State, Race and Racism in the United States. Lists the Moors as the Moor as the first documented enslaved person of African descent. So if this was not true, right? If the Moors were not African, right? If they were somebody else, why would they say African? What part of Africa? How many of y'all know about that book? Look up that book and see how much that book costs. The book called State by State, Race and Racism. Okay. Look it up. Bear with me. I'm going to show you something. Bear with me. I'm almost finished. Let me show you another one. So the only way this stuff is going to get out here if everybody got behind and pushed it. 1 second. I'll show you another one. Here's another one right here. Here's another one. It's called, according to Craig Stevens. How many people have Craig Stevens' book? But you don't want to hear from Sabir, right? And when I went to Harvard, I saw all these things, right? So how many people have Craig Stevens' book? The author of the book, Ebony and Ivy League, would have, look, Harvard would have failed if it was not for one African known on the record as a Moor. That's Harvard. Let me show you the book. Here's his book right here. So I'm not a dude who watch people's videos and then make up stuff and say, well, here it is, brother. I got it. Nah, bro, this thing is deeper than what y'all think it is. And it takes a lot of research and it takes a lot of finances to put these things together. It takes a lot to do it. So when you see me doing these things, I just say appreciate it and support it. That's all I ask. It's a lot to this. So when you read this book, it'll tell you about the universities that y'all send your children to was subsidized by what? Slavery. So y'all should be saying, yo, our college should be free. Nobody should be in debt for a college loan. How about a university loan? That's what we should be fighting for. Those are the conversations that we should be having right there. That's the conversation we should be having.
The Jesuit order is offering free tuition to the descendants of the slave that they sold.
Oh, do it. Take it. My point is, like, know your history. So know the history. Let them do. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not concerned about none of this stuff that's going on out here right now. And let me tell you something. This right here. How many of y'all know about this university? The oldest university is by a sister, number one. How many people know about this university right there? Have you ever heard of that university, bro?
Who you talking to me?
Yeah, anybody.
Nah, I haven't.
Let me show you. Right? So bear with me. So let me show you where I'm at. Now look that up, right? That's Brother Yusuf the First, right? So let me show you. Because we have so much jealousy, envy, and heart and hate amongst each other. I told you, this is my job. This is what I do. Because if I did a 9 to 5, none of this stuff will be out here where I want to. There it is right there. That's it. And if you look at it, look at the ground. Look at the ground, the original ground. So that's why I said I'm not for the marches. Okay? I'm not for the marches. I'm for the let's sit down and have these discussions about empowering our people with true knowledge. That's the university right there in Grenada. And when you look this up, you will actually find it. But I'm almost done, y'all. 41:21. I went over 2 hours. I really didn't want to.
This is good information, though, bro. And we appreciate you, your time.
This right here, when I was there, this is the oldest university in the world when I was there. It's by a sister by the name of Fatima. It's not Timbuktu. Timbuktu is not, and they still telling you that it's Timbuktu and it's not. It's this university right here where I went. In the university is actually in Fez, Morocco, but she's from Tunis. How many of our people know that history? These are the conversations that we should be having. Right there. You keep telling them, oh, it's about Timbuktu, 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 Timbuktu. No, it's not Timbuktu. And it's going right back to what again? Islam. See how it's going back to Islam again? Right back to Islam. So she opened it up in Fez, Morocco, but she was from Kairouan. Curriculum. Look what she looked. Y'all can Google it. Google this information and watch. It's going to shock the hell out of you. And I went to go get her books when I was in Spain. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So if I was doing something 9 to 5, I couldn't do all the stuff that I'm doing right now, B. I can't. There's no way in hell I can do this. So this is what you want to leave your children with. This type of legacy, and make sure they're set when you disappear off this physical plane. So I'm going to show you something else. Bear with me. So did y'all look it up? She opened it up in Fez, right? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So here you go, right here. This is where she's from. I told you, y'all had 2 hours to bring all your Pan-Africans on here and make me out of a liar. So this is where she's from, right there. Y'all can look up Kairouan, and I'm gonna give you the name, and you can tell me where am I standing at. This is where she's from. The oldest university in the world was by a Muslim sister that they don't tell you about. Now go do your research and compare the years. That's me in Tunis right there. That's Tunisian. Okay? That's Tunis. Okay? With my Fez on representing. Let's go forward. Let's show you where she's from. Now go Google that place right there. That's me driving in. Now go look it up and compare it to what I just showed you. But we don't want this type of information because it's Sabir Bey that's telling it. It's a whole lot more I can share with y'all. But why should I do that? Because facts can be researched, analyzed, and damn sure proven. And that's what people don't like.
Okay.
Yeah, truth don't change nor pass away. So you can get your feelings hurt playing with me. Because you can put me in the room with any of them. That's why I was trying to tell you, Cheyenne, all we got to do, brother, is set it up. You can blindfold me, brother. We don't need to be arguing with these people. Let them talk. Y'all back the real people that want to do this. And then let's see if it happens. Okay? That's all we got to do. If you want to talk reparations, I spoke on reparations. There it is right there, 2008. If we want to talk reparations, we can go to reparations. I spoke on it in 2008. There it is. We can go on. We can go down the line with all of this. Let's go. Want to see some more? That's 2008. But they don't want certain people here, so you have to know how to maneuver with this. You have to know how, because if you come in with this Moorish talk, is they have been programmed, even our people, to shut it down. I'm telling you, they've been programmed to shut it down. This is why sometimes I'll be ready to change my name just to walk into a room, bro. I'm dead serious. Change my motherfucking name, nigga. My name is McGillicuddy. I need to make up a different name, brother.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. Because if I'm coming in the room with that, bro, they'd be like, "Oh, here they come. Here they go." With them talking that Moorish talk, brother. Here they go.
To turn the next get.
Huh?
I said the next get to turning funny in any kind of way. Then.
Oh, brother, that's that sovereign citizen talk. And Moors feed right into but we don't need a license, brother. Here it is right there. They got a flyer right there. Here it is. That's the flyer. Do your research. What does it say on there, babe? Come on, let's go. Did it say 2021 or 2020? No, that says Reparations 101 with guest speaker Sabir Bey, Civil Alert. That was the show. Watella, Sengar, Farouk. These attorneys, 2 attorneys is on here. That says in January the 24th, 2008. So what makes a person qualified before I get off of here, brother? Somebody talk to me. What makes anyone qualified to do these things? And that's at the University of District of Columbia. So what I would do is sit in the room with Malik Zulu Shabazz, any of them, and ask.
Well, he claimed he wants to reach out and have discussions and be in the room and all of those things. He claimed all of that.
But this is what you got to. You got to put it out there, y'all. You know, you pick people. You have to do it. He ain't going to reach out to nobody. I know. Listen, brother. No, listen. If you know the art of war, know yourself, know your enemy. You know they're not. So what y'all have to do, just like voting, you vote the people that be in there. Yeah, it's simple, brother. Keep trying to tell you, don't condemn the dirty glass of water. Just sit the clean one up beside it. You know they're not going to do it. So why you keep asking them? So what you do is you keep pressuring them. That's what you do. That's all. You got to pressure them.
Yeah, got to turn the volume up a little bit on them.
Yeah, turn the volume up. So listen, if y'all want the Rex 84, you can email me at sabirbeyrdio@gmail.com. The Rex 84 or the 33 questions to ask the Moorish children, or if you want the classes, if you just want to say, yo, I love the content, brother. You want 2 hours and 13 minutes with us, you can hit me on my Cash App. It is $ Sabir Bey Radio or sabirbeyrdio@gmail.com. It's the Cash App. I mean, PayPal is sabirbeyrdio@gmail.com. But email me. My email is right there if y'all want to have this conversation. But please share these videos out and listen. Control your emotions. And Karen always tell me that. Control your motherfucking emotions. I'm working on it every day. I'm dead ass serious. But sometimes, boy, yo, every day I'm working on it, B. I'm being real. But yeah. I'm working on it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be ready to take heads, brother. I'm gonna be 100. But
a day at a time.
Support and share these videos out. My Twitter is Real Sabir Bey. Again, Real Sabir Bey. My email is right there. And I look forward to talking to y'all. Maybe we can find a rally to go to in LA. But I appreciate y'all, man.
All right, brother. Peace.
The girl I love don't wear panties much, and when my song come on, both her hands be up. And behind closed doors, I be laying it down. Them other niggas spit game cause they playing around. Said it before and I'm saying it now. Took my mind to sideline and just straighten it out. You just another face in the crowd. I'm like the rain in the clouds, I come down. and leave your little shine blocked out. I make the pretty mommies rock out, and many make the beat drop now. Hey dog, feel the bass draw. Feel my presence even when I don't stay long. When the time is right, I'ma say more. I turn it up, there's no turning it down, and I'ma wanna see you working it out. You got it. I wanna see you working it out. Yes. How sweet is to be loved. You in the building, good. I'm on the building. Where my rent at? I got to get that. You gotta find you a new spot to live at. This property private, it's no stupid shit at. Landlord owning a house, where you been at? Running from the east to west front, the fit act. Big Minnesota on the shit act. Got niggas out in the club like, you hear that? You're damn right. We got nice. Turn this on and the party won't act right. They move it on the left. Flacco, Brooklyn, Slim, the most deaf. It's one cat with all the freshest names.